Welcome back to a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. I'm Dan, and with me is Ryan, and we are going to do Castle Key Wheated this week, which is another Ryan pick. So, with that being said, let's get into this review.
So yeah, I picked Castle Key Wheated. I'm kind of enjoying the smell, just saying.
The smell for me, I'm not enjoying. It smells a little like rubbing alcohol, but it could just be me because I'm a pain in the ass and I'm picky. But
if you say so.
All right. So now I've smelled it and we've dealt it. I'm going to take a sip of it and I'm going to let you know what I think.
Like, I definitely get the wheatedness.
So first for me, I taste the oak and then the wheat comes through after the oak. But I feel like with this one, the wheated is muted by the oakiness.
So I can pick up a little bit of the, I can pick up the oakiness, but I taste more of the wheat.
Yeah.
And I get a little bit of a, I guess, a sweeter finish with that wheated.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not awful. I think as far as a wheated bourbon goes, it's pretty good. It's not the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
I'm sure you'll put worse things in the future.
I mean, the worst thing so far has been that Willet pot still. Actually, that's not true. Fighting Cock. I think Fighting Cock beat that. They're close. They're neck and neck. If I were to, say shitty bourbons that we've tried.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let me get you your board.
Oh, yes. Please do. Please do, sir. Thank you. Can always tell the difference in my board and your board with my chicken scratch.
Well, because you write like a toddler that's got cerebral palsy, and then I write like an architect who is OCD.
I don't know that you write that good.
I'm just saying.
I feel like if your handwriting is what we would consider like a woman's handwriting, then it's really good handwriting.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you're like middle of the road.
I have pretty good for being quick handwriting. If I take my time and I do it like I can.
Yeah.
Where it's my artistic handwriting comes out.
Yeah.
Then it looks a lot different. But so this is Nito Bandito with no ice. And we can do our little rating scale. And remember, folks, this is on a 1 to 10 scale that we're doing, and we are basing it off of things that we've had in the past, and the highest end being so far, I guess, Kentucky Owl Confiscated is our top rated that we haven't actually done on this show, but the top rated that we did do on this show was
the Bighorn.
The Bighorn.
Yep.
So Bighorn so far is the top echelon bourbon that we've done on this, and the bottom one that we have to redo is the Willet pot still.
Yeah.
Once we redo that, we'll post that, and you guys can have some fucking laughs because I gave it the worst ratings I've ever given a bourbon. But it is what it is. How much does this bottle cost, by the way?
$60.
$60.
Yep.
60 doll hairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, as far as $60 range goes, Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess at this point we need a little bit of ice.
A little ice.
A little ice.
A little Elsa.
Little Elsa.
I'm gonna finish my board. And while Ryan is away, if you guys want merchandise, we do have hats, we have shirts, we have coasters, we have cups. We're trying to get more stuff. If you guys want keychains or other things that you would like us to produce, we'll do that too. We have another distributor that we're trying to work through right now that is possibly going to have a website for us to put on and give you guys an opportunity to place orders through them, and they'll be like piecemeal orders. But if you want that, just let us know. Email us at bourbonsauced@gmail.com, and we can respond back to you in kind and let you know what we do have available. But in stock currently, we do have shirts, hats, coasters, and cups. We're supposed to get more of all those things because we already sold some of it. So don't be left in the dark. Get some of our shit because it's good shit.
And shit usually isn't that good. Just saying.
Yeah, usually it's chicken shit. Nobody wants that unless you're fertilizing your garden, which, you know, there's what the fuck? There's a bug in here.
Man, as soon as you put that cube in, that sweet wheat.
Sweet wheat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet wheat, not sweet meat.
Everybody likes some sweet meat, especially the ladies. All right. So now we're going to do with a little ice. I'm going to let mine dissolve while we bullshit a bit. Where did you pick this bottle up, by the way?
I picked this bottle up. Actually, so this bottle I picked up at, is it the Cellar in Charlotte?
I don't fucking know.
Is that what it's called? The one in Charlotte?
Oh, yeah, in Charlotte. Yeah, it
The
is
Cellar?
the Cellar. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I had picked one up before
Mm.
out in Knox County, Kentucky, but we drank it.
Did we?
Yeah, we drank it out at the property. So
you left that one at the property too, didn't you?
Yeah, but we drank most of it, and then I finished it off. So then
Okay.
I picked that one up when we were at the Cellar in Charlotte, and they actually have a pretty good selection.
Nice. I do like the Cellar as far as a local place. For those of you that do live around us near the Dixon, Charlotte, Clarksville, White House, whatever all these little surrounding areas
White
are.
Bluff and all them.
Yeah. Even Nashville, if you come out this way, and Charlotte, the Cellar is a great spot to stop at. They have all your wine, liquor, and some beer, but they mostly specialize in liquor and wine. And they get
Liquor gets her quicker.
They get a pretty good selection of allocated stuff from time to time, but because it's a smaller venue or a smaller shop, they don't get as much as some of your larger places, but they do a really good job, and they're fairly priced. They're moderately priced compared to I don't know, some of the bigger places like Mulligan's. It's down there in Clarksville, or even if you go to Cork and Bottle in Dixon, being another large store, they're about the same price point. So
yeah, they're pretty close. They're usually within a couple of dollars.
Yeah. So now I've bullshit a little bit, and my ice cubes melt a little, and it's giving this a little different.
Oh, I've already been tasting.
See, so now the oak scent is dulled out, which is, what I would hope the water would do.
It's much sweeter on the ice.
Right.
From my perspective.
It still smells a little like leather.
Oh, there's definitely
but
some leatheriness.
I don't pick up any other like scents. So on the nose for me, there's not a lot of flavor on the nose that I pick up, which is interesting because when you drink it, then you get a different amount that you taste.
I pick up a little bit of vanilla, but it could be the wheat conflicting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you drink it now with the ice cube, that wheated vanilla-y, like a tobacco-y flavor comes through. And we should probably pull up the distiller.com and see what they say about it. And
go for it.
I'll read that here in a second. Well, I'm going to get my phone and we'll look at it real quick.
Dun, 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 dun.
So this one's a small batch one, right? Yeah, it's a small batch one. Wheated bourbon.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, wheated small batch.
And it's a 5-year, yeah.
and Key. Yes.
Yeah. So distiller gives it a out of $4, $5 signs. They give it a 3, so it's moderately priced. Basically, it's like middle of the road. They give it an ABV of 50. Says the mash bill is. Oh, well, we already know that for bourbon. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say what the mash bill is for this one?
Not on this one. It just says, typical bourbon bullshit where it's got to be 51% corn aged in a new charred oak container. But tasting notes, it says the nose offers doughy toasted wheat bread, along with cocoa powder, cinnamon, dense corner brownie squares. That's weird.
Brownie squares?
Yeah, brownie squares. I don't taste that at all.
Mm-mm.
The palate is rich with vanilla taffy and salted caramel.
I guess that makes sense where I picked up a little bit of the vanilla.
And also spicy with a Christmas and baking collection, including ginger, allspice, and cloves. The palate is lengthy. I know something else that's girthy, but easygoing with spearmint, red hops, maple syrup.
Go back to your other voice.
Tannic oak.
There we go.
A classic wheated profile, tinged by an array of complex and intriguing flavors. It's like a coming to you on a movie screen near you.
I don't know. The way you're talking, slow, and it's like kind of soft.
Don't get a boner on me.
It's deep but soft.
Yeah, that's the way she likes it.
It's like I could just lay back and be like, okay, keep talking.
It's like one of those EMDR things where you're like,
yeah.
Yes, please read.
Yeah.
The nose offers doughy tasted.
Yeah, see, it's like I'm gonna fall asleep to this.
So they gave it on distiller.com. They gave it a score of 91, which is impressive, and it definitely has for a flavor profile. They say it's vanilla and rich. So I do pick up the richness. The vanilla is really faint for me until you add the ice cube, and then the vanilla to me really comes to life. Which I think it's because it dulls down that oakiness and allows the other profiles to come through.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
And if anybody's interested, Dan does sleep talk. So he'll read a book of your choice.
I talk in my sleep, and I sleep in my talk.
No, he'll read a book of your choice that you can listen to as you fall asleep. And he'll use that original voice.
Yeah. That would be, that could be a lucrative thing.
Right.
If anybody's interested, I will do that for a small monetary supplement.
If anybody's interested, just shoot a comment, and I'll pick a Nora Roberts book for him to read for you. Just the juicy parts.
Yeah. I'm doing a law of averages here for my score, by the way.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we're ready with our boards. Let's flash everybody, because everybody likes a good flash, which will be funny once you see these scores, because they're pretty close, I think. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, I think this one's a middle of the road, and I'm going to show you my board so that way you can see it, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, So I can see your board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see it, not them.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Oh, that's right. Because you don't
appreciate that.
You,
yeah. Anyways.
Because you're blind as fuck.
Anyways.
You're blind as fuck, mate.
Yeah.
You can't fucking see, eh?
At least my teeth are straight, okay? Thank you.
Mostly.
Right.
Mostly.
Hey, my teeth are straight. I'm just saying, I ain't British, all right?
Boom. Oh, wait.
Crikey, mate.
There you go.
You're only a day late and $1 short.
That's fine. I'm always late. At least I'm not a woman.
At least she's not late.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Then you got a problem.
Yeah.
All right, so smell.
I did 6 on neat.
Yeah, so we agree.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oftentimes we don't have the same agreements on these things, but for this one in particular, we both gave it a 6.
Yeah.
So that's good.
What were you on taste?
I gave it a 5 for neat.
I gave it a 7 for neat.
Oh, you gave it a good mark.
Yeah.
Very good mark. Share or not?
I said yes.
Yeah, I said share for sure. This is definitely shareable. I wouldn't put it at the top of the list of shares. Like if somebody came over to my house tomorrow and says, "Hey, let me get a bourbon. What do you think you're gonna pour?" This isn't gonna be the first one.
Agreed.
But I would share it if they looked at it and they're like, oh,
Now,
I've never had that before.
I will say, it is in a very nice bottle,
It is pretty.
and it does draw your attention very well.
Yes,
They
it
did
is
really well with the packaging.
aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, they did very well.
They did very good with the packaging, and it's unique.
I mean, that's what got my attention when I first got the first bottle.
Right.
Right.
Drinkability.
I said 6.5.
Woo! I give it 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Price range.
7.
I gave it a 7.
Nice. So we agree.
Yeah. Overall for neat,
A 5.5.
I gave it a 6.5.
Okay, so we're really close.
Yep. So on ice, what did you give it for that old sniffer?
Still 6.
I gave it a 7.5.
It didn't change it too much. And I find that some of these bourbons that are decent don't have much fluctuation between when they're neat and when they're on ice.
See, for me, the smell, the reason it jumped so high is because after the ice, that's the first thing you heard me say was like the sweetness is like in my face at that point.
Right.
So for me, the smell jumped big time. What about taste?
I gave it a little marginal bump to 6 versus the 5.
Okay, so you jumped a point.
Yeah.
So for taste, I went to 8.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I jumped a point.
Yeah, so it's about the same. Okay.
Yeah. And then for drinkability,
I gave it a bump to 6.
I gave it a bump to 7.5.
See, so we're about the same. We increased about 1.
Yep.
So we're similar on that.
And then your overall?
I gave it a 6.5.
7.5.
Yeah, so a full bump point for both of us.
Yep.
Okay. So for those of you that are paying attention, we are in agreement that there is a significant, I wouldn't say super significant, but there is a significant change between neat and ice where we give it a full increase of a point across the board.
In this one particularly.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's interesting because we've had ones in the past where we've had a variance and it like, you guys watch, you guys know. So I'm not going to dive into it because I don't want to spoil the other episodes. You guys just got to go look and watch the other episodes of What Your Whistle Wednesday and catch up.
We do have a big surprise planned for episode 10, just saying.
We do have a surprise.
So episode 10 of Wet Your Whistle, tune in.
It's going to be a good one. And we're starting to try to do collaborations with people. So if you guys have any suggestions or if any of you that are out there watching this want to collab with us, we are more than willing to do a collab.
We'll have you on a Wet Your Whistle.
Yeah, or even a full episode if you guys want to join in. We're not gonna stop that from happening because we're equal opportunity podcast and we want to increase your podcast or your viewership just as much as we want to increase ours. So it's a mutually benefiting thing. So with that being said, this was a decent bourbon.
I have a question.
You have a question?
I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Is
this a dad joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Mary is the mother of Jesus and Jesus is the Lamb of God, did Mary have a little lamb?
I would say yes. The probability of that being true is high. Almost as high as some of our viewers.
That's fair.
If you guys did like this, please like, subscribe, share with your fucking friends, please. Help us help us grow the channel. And we love your feedback. So if you got any, leave comments in the sections down below and make sure you hit the bell so you can get notifications when we do post new stuff here on the U of Tubes. And
the Ticker Talkers.
And the Ticker Talkers.
And the Instagram.
Talkies, tickies. Yeah. Ooh, Takis. I like Takis.
Takis are good.
Takis are delicious. And if you want to see more funny videos of my dog or of Ryan's dogs, let us know about that because we got dogs galore to do funny shit. But until next time, get saucy and
cheers.
Cheers.